want to raise pasture-raised meat as much as we can, but our pigs are doing our heads in. They keep breaking things, the boar keeps escaping. He even came out here the other day. What on earth are we going to do about it? Do you want to come outside?
Yes.
Yes. Where's your shoes?
No.
You don't know. Should we find them?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Found them. Right, let's go.
Dad.
And the pigs. Both wear the socks and sandals.
So fashionable.
So fashionable. The kids are doing some schoolwork and we're going out to hang up the washing. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. We've got a touch of frost and I'm hanging out the washing. I know not everybody has a washing line that they can hang out in, but here that's just what we do with our washing. We hang it outside and we do have an area inside that we can use if we need to, but we don't actually have a clothes dryer. Now I'm going to pop down and give the piggies some water and show you their new pen. We have had to pen up our piggies because we had them in the food forest, and I got a message the other day from my husband saying, is there meant to be a pig in our backyard? He's eating the dog food. So that was kind of nearing the end of the time that the pigs can have in the food forest. Unfortunately, our boar discovered that he could just shove and get through pretty much anything. So he has spent a lot of time shoving his way under gates and under fences and just generally making a pain of himself for the last week. So we've got to the point where there's not enough grass around for them for the winter. So we have decided that we're going to pen them up and feed them veggie scraps, which is not something that was really in the plan, but last winter they made such a mess of our paddocks and dug it up so much that we decided that this year we will try to keep them on grass as much as we can, and when we run out of grass or they start digging too much, we'll make them a pen. So that's what we've done. The other thing he did was broke the gate into my daughter's, she's got a pet bantam chicken and she's very precious to her, so so he broke into there and he smashed up the gate. So that was sort of the last destructive thing he did before we've moved them on. So me and this guy are going to go down and give the piggies some more water and give them their food. And hopefully the kids are doing some schoolwork, so hopefully they behave themselves doing that. We'll wait and see. Now I have decided to try and do a little bit more vlog sort of style content. It's not something that I've really thought of doing before, but I thought I'd give it a go. So let me know what you think of it down below, whether you prefer this over the how-tos. This is more of a snapshot into the day of the life of. And as such, I have literally just washed my hair, so it is wet, and that is the reality of life right now. I do have to check my boots for mice. It wouldn't be the first time that I found one flying out of my boot. I'll swap my socks and sandals for some gummies. Right, we'll go and find ourselves a hose attachment and take this feed down to the pigs before they decide to try and escape looking for food. So I can't hold a camera and the pig food and shut the gate. I need my own cameraman. Ugh. I'll chuck that in there.
Oh, some more pumpkin. There.
Yuck. Lovely. Somewhere in here under host pieces we should hopefully have another connector. Come on, there's the real one in here somewhere.
What's that?
Oh, there's a big spider!
Where?
Oh, in the bottom of the hose connectors.
Can I see?
I think it's just had a hose connector dropped on him.
There should be actually.
Oh, there is!
Yeah.
Yes!
I knew that.
That's what we need.
Yeah, I knew there was gonna be that one.
Ah, one of those. I think we're sorted. It's a beautiful morning. There is a touch of frost around though. It's pretty cold. There's the chickens. My husband's already been down and filled up he picked up the grain yesterday, so he's filled up all these bins with the spare grain, and so these guys have already been fed and watered. Now we collect the water off the top of that massive chicken house into this bin here, which we're going to use to fill up the pig water. Click that together, and then this end. Oh, it's icy. Hopefully it's not frozen in the hose.
Oh no, if that was, then that would be bad.
There's my spare, where to put it? Spare doofer. Right, do you want to come and video the piggies for a bit?
Yeah.
That'll hook over there.
The viewers might like it though.
These roosters are terribly noisy. Thanks, rooster. I just want to show you a couple of features of this pig house. This here is we can't get what you call hog panels in New Zealand. So this is some concrete reinforcing mesh, and they sell them in these handy sizes. They are about $27 each, and then we've just tied them onto some waratahs. But this would not contain our boar. So on the inside we've also put a double wire of electric fence. So that will stop them running through the electric fence because there's something behind it, but also it'll keep them from knocking these panels over or lifting them up. And they've got their barrel water in here, which, yes, I know it's on a funny angle, but the hole that was already in it was way down the bottom, so we've kind of tipped it back so they can reach it a little easier. And I can see all their garden scrapes that they've had, they've kind of gone and pushed up against the electric fence over the other side, so we might have to go and free those up. Oh no, you fall down.
Oh,
Wipe it on the grass, on the green grass.
not the grey.
Give it a wipe. It's alright, you can change your pants when you go back upstairs.
Thank you.
Awesome. Do you want to be cameraman again?
Yes.
We can hear the electric fence ticking because they've pushed all this grass up against it. However, I have learned that if you try and flick them off, you're going to get zapped. So, come along here, bud. Careful, the ground's really slippery. So I've put this little clip here so we can turn the pig electric fence off. I did get a zap off the clip yesterday though, so I'm a little careful with it. So that means the electric fence to the pigs is actually off, so I can use my arms to flick the stuff away. Come around here, buddy. These are just a whole lot of weeds I pulled out the veggie garden.
This is okay.
This here is one of our fruit trees. It was really big. The pigs have snapped it off. So this is one of the reasons why I don't really want them in the orchard at the moment. I need to protect these with some netting or something. This top piece here is the graft, and it seems to, I'm hoping it's still alive. The bit down the bottom is the rootstock, and it's got some leaves. So I'm hoping that in the springtime this will come away. We do have a little bunch of silver appleyard ducks that hang out in our orchard. The upside to pig-proofing the place with chicken wire is that it's managed to contain these guys as well. The other thing the boar kept doing was he escaped out of the food forest and came down in here. And those two bins, that one's got chicken mash in it and that one over there's got the crushed barley for the ducks. And he'd knocked those over and eaten half of each of those bins as well. So I think we really do need to contain him. These hens here, we were told from the breeder that we got them from that they were well summers, and the rooster that we had definitely was, but the hen we had a pea comb, and I think a lot of these are babies from that rooster and the hen, and I don't think they're pure well summer because they seem to have a pea comb. So unfortunately for them, we can't keep their eggs as fertile eggs to sell them as well summers. On the upside, they're amazing layers, so we're going to move them in with our laying flock. Oops, there's quite a collection of eggs in here. Makai, can you bring that white bucket down? Unfortunately, some of these chickens are still young and they're taking to perching on the nesting box and pooping in at the eggs. I think it's been a few days since these have been checked.
Definitely.
Yuck. I think we need some more hay in that nesting box.
Wait, can I... Oh.
Can you run along and grab a handful of hay for the nesting box, please? I'll see who else has eggs. I don't think these guys will. Nope, they need hay too. So we keep these chickens predominantly for selling fertile eggs. So we keep them all separate to each other, like all the breeds are separate. And I found it really interesting to see which ones lay really well. Oh, thanks, bud. And which ones aren't such great layers. And the Welsummers and the Barnvelders have been really, really good layers.
Yeah!
Thanks, bud. Right, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? Chicken, come to eat it. Don't eat the hay. Silly chicken. Right, now we're heading inside to do some more schoolwork, and I've got some blogging to do and obviously some video editing as well. We picked all of these capsicums out of the garden, and so I'm just going to, for lack of any other creative idea, a lot of people have suggested pickling them, making things, but honestly I've run out of time, so they're starting to get a bit wrinkly, so I'm just... Shh! Jade is announcing to the world he's got a poo. I'm just going to cut them up little and throw them in the freezer and put them in the freezer, and then I can just add them to meals as I need them. And while I'm doing this, the kids are going to go down. They've got a pet silky chicken. He is white. His name is Spazzy, and they are desperately wanting to dye some of his hair with some food colouring. So they're going to take the camera off and go and give that a go. Enjoy.
You just got to get your hair wet. Get your brush. Good boy. Gee. You'll be beautiful. Woo! Just don't let him out through there. Here, go say hi. Should I bring the other one? Yeah. You look beautiful.
I don't know if you can see the goats all the way up there, but there was a baby goat through the electric fence. So I am just going to check that the electric fence is actually working properly, because I think it's not. It would appear that there's no electricity coming through. Nothing. On the upside, all the goats have come running home, so at least they're not out on the road. But I just got to work my way around the fencing and see where it's not working. Now the question is, do I trust my machine enough to try and climb the electric fence? I'm going to try and climb this fence and just hope that it's not on. I'm not being shocked, so I think they've pulled the clip off over here somewhere. Oh, hello. Are you starving? Oh, yep, here it is. This is River, she's really pregnant. Here it is, lying in the grass. That would be our power line. Nope, still nothing. Ah, nothing's working.
Oh, I can't do this.
Ta-da! We found the other problem. So in theory, if we clip that on there, in theory that should make everything else live, hopefully. Now it's going. Right, we'll check the other side. I was going to go back this way to check the front fence, and I've realised I climbed over the electric fence that wasn't working to get in here. So I don't really want to go back that way. It will be zappy. Well, there we go. Now the front fence is cracking hot, and I suspect that will stop the baby goat climbing through the front fence. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel. We bring you videos twice a week on growing and preserving your own food and other homesteading things. We'll see you in the next one.